Really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, and he actually gets calls in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
You wouldn't be
I'm
a
already
quitter.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Ah!
Yes! I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so Matt.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think the pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when people get to the turn and they end up
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and let's see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, we'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. All right, guys, we are live for the PokerCoach.com study session stream. It's Saturday once again with special guest Brian Bfizz fight. Here we are.
What up?
Really interesting. Wow. Do it this way. Higher score than Six's chat, then you get $5. I told you guys. I was just telling Brian that this is a toe stream, and if I don't fuck it up right out the gate, it wouldn't be a normal toe stream. So like, I just lived up to the hype.
Oh yeah, all is well. Everything's normal. Yeah, we're all good.
It's Saturday. It's fucking 9 in the morning. What do you want?
All right, Sixes, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I am super excited. I'm a poker nerd. I love just sweating the game. I've been sweating this cat for years. He's been crushing the game. So we're excited to have my man Bfizz here. How you doing, Brian?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me, guys. I've been sweating you guys and watching your streams. Respect your games a lot. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I was telling Brian off stream how I lurk in his Instagram and all I see is 4-figure score, 4-figure score, 4-figure score, 5-figure score, 4-figure score, 5-figure score, GG, ACR, everywhere. He's fucking everywhere. He's killing it everywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love the tourneys for sure. Thanks, man.
Yeah. All right. Poker coaching in the chat, guys, so we could draw for a winner.
So real quick, Brian, can you tell the chat and my community and maybe Toza community a little bit about yourself, how long you've been playing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of, yeah.
A little short bio action. Yeah, so I'm 33 years old. I'm born and raised in Arlington, Texas, which is where I currently reside. I actually spent the last 8.5 years. That's my dog right there, bursting in the door. Just spent the last 8.5 years in Mexico playing 180 mans and MGTs on stars and GG and whatnot. Black Friday is the reason I was out of the country. So I was there in Canada 2 years, Mexico 8 years. Missed my family, missed my friends, finally came back. I've been building Turbo Kings for about 3 years now. I've been streaming for about 3.5 years, 3 years, about the same. And I play an average buy-in of about $100 online. I play just about anything. I don't really like PKOs that much, but just about anything else, I'm down. I like big guarantees, big fields, big graphs, big scores. Building Turbo Kings, we've got a pretty big, awesome community, lots of winners built in there. And we're just growing, grinding. Like you said, poker nerds, man, for life.
Yeah, for life, for sure, man. And they got a great community over there. Brian's awesome. And I really like what they're doing. So it's a privilege to have him here today. So yeah, we'll get into it. Get your poker coachings in the chat. Make sure that's working okay. It absolutely is not on my end. So let me try.
Yeah, PKOs, I'm not a fan of PKOs either, but I think PKOs are one of those weird things where they're great for the recreational players and terrible for the regs and pros, semi-pros.
Yeah, it's almost like a mixed game to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. It's working out, guy.
Go
Brian,
Texas. Good morning, Dennis.
Here, volume on Brian is too low. Let me do something. Go ahead, try talking now, Brian.
Testing. Any better here? This any better, you guys, for my volume?
Look good for me. Get your shit
Yeah.
together, Sixes.
You know how it goes. It's better. Yes. I'm gonna move mine back. Cool. All right, cool. You guys are in there. Give you guys a few more moments to enter the first round of the giveaway while we pick a quiz. Poker coaching in my chat. Poker coaching in Toes. We'll get right into it. Pick a quiz. You guys know the deal. If you are picked, please tag us in chat so we see your response and be prompt if possible. So let's get in it.
What quiz do you want to start off with? I'm assuming 1248.
I haven't even looked, but if there's a Faraz one, Faraz, yeah.
You want to do Faraz chocolate for breakfast? All right, quiz
breakfast
number 1248, Brian.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
There's also a 1255, and Faraz always has the brain melter quizzes. I mean, there's been some really tough ones, so we always learn a little bit, so they're good, man.
Got to see what the toilet's doing.
Got to see what the toilet is doing. All right, cool.
It's a 1248, right?
What's up, Johnny Rose, my boy?
All the legends in
the
there.
streets, my dude. JWK, UNC, Amy DeVirago. How you doing? Good morning. All right, let's pick a winner and then get into the quiz.
I'm ready.
Ready.
We got Arlinia representing the Army today.
Arlinia, what?
Legend.
Oh, well. It's Johnny Rose.
Johnny freaking Rose.
I was literally just playing video games with this dude a few hours ago.
That's my boy right there.
That's my boy, dude. That's my
Johnny Rose is the real deal.
Yeah, he is. That's my dude. That's funny, dude. We were just talking last night.
All right, let's run this bitch.
1248. Let's do it.
All right, let's play.
We are in a $215 online tournament. 7-6 suited in the small blind, 40 big blinds deep, facing an open from the cutoff. Villain is an unknown. We can call here. We can 3-bet to 800, or we can fold.
All right, guys, kicking it off right away with the suited connector and the small blinds. What's the play?
Did you have sound issues there, Brian? Could you hear it?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm sending a runner back on my end.
Okay, cool.
Small 3-bet for Jerome and Bruce Collin. So we already got the mix. Bunch of bets in here. Jerome,
Let's go.
C-Star, Slap, Dennis.
Will this info help me in the $1 micro tournaments? Hell yeah, it's going to help you in the micro tournaments. Are you kidding me?
Lydia's been studying these spots, she says. She's raising to 800. She's ready. Tina's in 800 camp, too. Why would fold even be an option? It's you just click the button. You can fold. It's easy.
Yeah, you can do it.
No limit, baby.
Do what you want.
All the options. All right. We got Johnny Rose flicking it in with the call.
Arlenia's going with the raise. She said she's been studying these spots. She's armed and ready to go.
And it looks like the Mafia is mostly calling. I think I see nothing but calls.
Really?
Here.
I was mixed here. We got a lot of bets. You know.
Shit.
The Army's not scared. They're firing all the time.
Right.
What are you doing, sixes?
Mill says, I'm jamming. I mean, we obviously have to be Pip. We have no information on Villain. I can go either way. I mean, obviously, I probably don't 3-bet as much as you do. I mean, it depends on if this villain behind is going to be squeezing. Are they a fish? If they're obviously a recreational player, I want to call a little bit more. I don't mind them coming along with a hand like this. But if they're a tough player and I think this guy's opening a lot and just will raise fold, I'm definitely just 3-betting. So kind of hedging, but I think call is fine. 3-bet is fine as well. How you feeling, Brian?
Mostly pure call, I would say. I don't really want to 3-bet fold this hand at 40. I'm going to have different hands to 3-bet for the most part at this stack depth, and 3-bet this at a little deeper, I would say, and mostly just call this hand.
Yep.
Speculate it. Yep.
I'm the
It's
same.
kind of like a small pair in this spot. Just want to, like, board mine. You know, not set mining, obviously, but looking for a good board. We don't want to get raised off of our hand.
Yeah, I agree. I pretty much always flat these spots. Myself, I was wondering if the spot mixes at all. I happened to just pull up the chart just to double check myself, and it is pure flat.
Pure flat.
Pure flat. Not a raise to be seen. Interesting though. Let's check it out. We're raising. That's
So you're raising. Johnny Rose is calling. Let's go, Johnny.
All right, let's do it.
Call. Boom.
I'm just going to be flatting here. 3-betting, I would like a lot better if we were deeper. Maybe 60 big blinds, but I prefer to even be deeper than that. In the 100 big blind range, I'm much happier 3-betting this. Just that shallower stacks, you want to have blockers. You'd rather have, King 10 suited, Queen 9 suited, Ace X suited, Ace 10 offsuit, King Queen off, these types of hands. Even just suited broadways. The smaller cards just don't do as well. Shallower, so by 3-betting, we're even lowering the SPR, whereas we would rather the SPR bigger. That stack to pot ratio, of course. So by calling, we keep the SPR nice and big. Big blind folds. Flop is 9-5-4, 1 heart, 2 diamonds. We'll go ahead and check it. Opponent c-bets about 1/3 of the pot. We can call. We can check raise to 670, or we can fold.
We get a pretty good flop, guys. What's the plan?
See the very small bet. We check raising. We calling. Where we at, guys?
It's not close. It's not gin, but it's close. Morning, chat revoked. Chris, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I thanked you before, but if I didn't, thank you. Welcome.
Brian can't hear the site audio. You still having trouble with the site's audio, Brian?
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I'm going to be able to manage either way. But it would be nice to be able to hear, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe...
headphones, maybe?
Yeah, headphones, because it may be conflicting with the audio here. I'm not sure. I'm terrible with technical stuff. I usually beg Toe to help me. Toe, help me!
I'm the resident nerd.
Yeah, pretty much.
The entire army is check raising.
Ooh.
Bruce called.
Nice board.
Dennis called.
For Tom Price. R-Dub is calling. I think raise to take it down here and then take the lead right. Call, but you can make a case for raising. Fold is out of the question. No crisis.
Arlene says, we have range advantage. I'm raising to 670, but she's also been a bit aggressive lately. So she's got the caveat that she's been froggy the last few days.
DB Chops is raising. Oh, Johnny Rose here is raising. So Johnny Rose is going 670. What is Arlie doing?
She is going 670 as well.
Cool. Toe?
I tend to try and realize in spots like this. So I would lean flat myself. I also think he is raising in the cutoff, so his range is a little bit wider, but he's still uncapped, right? He's still got overpair and has some 9x and stuff like that. Yeah, I would call. I'm just gonna call and realize, see what's up. Keep the pot small.
I figure he might show down enough. We get some turns. Maybe we can lead.
Yeah, a couple good things happens. Like I can call here and he can check turn, and then I already won the hand. And then, or you know, we can keep the pot small. I don't really want to raise this and get all 40 in. If I raise this and then get re-raised, that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm gonna realize here.
How about yourself,
Call
Brian?
for me.
I feel similarly to Toe there. I don't really want to raise, sort of like pre-flop. I don't want to raise fold this hand. It's too good. So just calling seems pretty comfortable.
Yeah, and I think we get enough turns, like you guys are saying. Like he may just give up on bad turns for his range. It comes an actual pair, he may just give up. A diamond, he may just give up. So I think there's enough cards they may just shut down. We may even have some leads, maybe some turns, maybe a 5 or 4, maybe a 5. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just calling.
I don't have enough of those.
Maybe check raise with better. Yeah, you don't.
I know they're out there too. We got to look at those more 60s. Mental note for us.
I do it a lot.
I
try to find as many of them as I can.
Flop leads.
Yeah, I agree. Just call.
Cool. The whole army raised. Aggressive guys out there. What's wrong with you? Why are you so angry?
Johnny Rose also raised as well. Let's see what Faraz thinks about just using this 6-7 high as a bluff and just check raising here.
Let's do it.
Draw.
He likes it.
Both check raising and check calling are totally fine options
He
here.
said both options are fine.
I slightly prefer a check raise. We don't have any showdown value. And if we check call and the turn is a 10 or higher, opponent is going to bet a lot. And we're not going to be able to continue, which sucks. So it just feels a little easier to realize our equity if we check raise here. Again, I'm open to both, but I think this is slightly better. And we're also deep enough where I don't think the opponent is just going to jam here that often. If opponent was jamming a lot, then we might lean towards check calling because it's easier to realize our equity that way if the opponent is going to jam over our check raise, which maybe they do if we're shallower. So we go ahead and check raise, opponent calls, turn, deuce of diamonds. We can bet 800, a small bet. We could bet 1200, larger bet, or we could just check it.
Is this one of Six's lead cards? We're gonna find out.
Well, we wouldn't be lead. We check raise.
Oh, we check raise, so this is follow through.
Yeah. Shaquille Oatmeal with the follow.
What?
With a name. I know I was cracking up.
What up, Shaquille?
Shaquille Oatmeal.
I'm born and raised in LA, Shaq. You know, I'm a fan.
That's awesome.
Tina going 12. She's following through. So check raise
through.
means you have to continue with this farce. What size would you continue with, PJ? 800 or 12? 800 for Jerome. What's the pot? 2K.
Don't be shook here. What are you guys doing? This is fun. Are we going to follow through on this card? 800 for Chop.
Remember, we're also playing this as if we check raise. Don't play it as if you called.
Yeah,
we play it from the action that actually happened.
Yep.
Lydia says we have to keep firing. After that, 1,200 for her.
800 for J-Dub.
Wants to give him a bad price.
1,200 for
12%.
Johnny.
12. I got a mix between 8s and 12s. And then
you know what I don't see?
Check.
I see zero checks.
We got one person out there on Check Island by themselves.
1,200. So Johnny Rose is going 12. Arlie is
1,200.
They're both going 12. Okay. Brian, would you follow through here? Would you be checking? What do you think here, buddy?
Yeah, I'd follow through. So we check raise the flop, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I missed the audio for a second there. Pot is how much? 2K.
2K out there. 20
Yeah, probably 800.
Yeah, I mean the small size if we're gonna do it. Like I don't know if we're gonna go 12. The SPR is gonna be 1 with either bet, less than 1 going to the river. So I would choose the smaller option. Like if I'm gonna bet. So 12 for sure. Kind of get all the honest responses right now. He still may float with some single diamond hands like the ace or king of diamonds if he just called a check raise. But yeah, Day Pass is saying check. Toe?
Yeah, I'm laughing at the crowd because someone said, so you're going to commit the 10 bigs on a total bluff, and Arlinia said, I've been Bluffy McBlufferton lately. Yeah, I think we got to follow through. Once we do the check raise, we gotta sell it, right?
But at the same time,
once we get into this spot, I think we kind of have to shoot our way out a little bit. And I would normally just size up to the 1200.
Yeah. And it's cool because a lot of the range we're representing is going to be like flush draws and stuff like that. And yeah, so I think we just follow through here and hope.
And it's pretty standard to go like 60% or so on the turn is kind of the standard follow through ish.
Yeah, but in this case, if we had the actual diamond draw, I mean, I guess we wouldn't need to use the larger saw. We would need to use the larger sizing, right? Because it still sets up the right SPR to just jam river.
Versus if we were super deep, right? Might even size up big on that.
Yeah. The real Robs, thank you for that follow, man. Thank you guys for the support today. But let's see what Faraz thinks. We're going 1200 because that's what Johnny's doing. Arlie's going 1200
Bluffy
as well.
McBlufferton's going 1200 as well. Let's find out.
Let's go.
When you check raise on a flop and the turn comes a flush card, completing the flush, you could almost just memorize that it's almost always going to be a 1/3 bet you want to make. That's assuming you're taking a GTO approach. Of course, if you have some reads on your opponent that they're going to overcall or overfold to a larger bet, then obviously feel free to switch it up. But without any info, standardly with our entire range, if we decide to bet, we want to bet 1/3 of the pot here. And the reason is you're going to want to keep betting your 9x, at least your better ones. You're going to keep wanting to bet your 2 pairs, your sets, your straight if you turn a straight. And with all those cans, you don't necessarily want to put a ton of chips in the pot, but you do want to bet. You do feel like you have the best hand. You need some protection. So betting small with our flush, if we had a flush, allows us to keep betting our 2 pairs or sets, and it allows us to set the price and get a nice cheap river when we have something like 6-7. We have something like ace-6 with a diamond, or really any ace of diamonds here. So yeah, our entire bet range just really benefits using the small size. Opponent calls, river is a 9. What do we want to do now? We're either going to shove or give up and check.
Oh shit, we still going on with this story here? I'm a little surprised, Charlie. I would have sized up as well. The 800 is what he likes.
No, we go 800. Yeah, I mean, it just, look what we have left. No, but look what we have left.
Also because of our stack size.
Yeah, it just leaves like, it accomplishes what we want, and then we don't want to over condense his range on a turn if we have the nuts or the flush or something like that. So I get it. Yeah.
Yep.
Got to shoot your way out, Casper says. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
What about jamming now, Chris? Is it Chris or Crisis? It's a Crisis. Chris, what about now?
Bottom of your range, but I think this is a give up, Chop says. Oof.
We got a mix. We got a handful of all-ins in here. Tina's all in once in lowercase and then all in twice with the uppercase.
Perfect.
10% blocker for Chris.
Jam EMC. Don't be shy. We jamming. We giving up. What are we doing here?
70% of the time. It works all the time.
7 fucking high. Put mass pressure on all over pairs without diamond. Jamski. So it looks like most of the mafia is going in right here.
Arlene says she's got no shutdown value. The only way we win this pot is to jam it, so she ain't scared.
Bluffy McBluffington is back. Cool. I'm folding out a turn, but probably just shoving if I'm here.
Step 1 shove, step 2 ATM. I like that.
Open up your book bag, pull out your football jersey, and just start punting. You know. That would be funny as hell. You put a jersey on of a famous
Every time you
punter
punt.
between the hands.
That's funny.
Chris, we got 7 high, dog. Can't be value betting that.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, Johnny Rose is going all in. Arlie's going all in. I think I'm out of here. I'm jamming.
Yeah, I mean, we check raised, we barreled.
He's still here. You're done. You're folding.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna live to fight another day myself.
Woo, boys!
I tried to scare him. He didn't scare. He didn't get scared.
I'm overfolds everywhere. He's called twice.
Yeah, he's called twice. He's called to check raise and he's called to turn back.
Yeah.
You guys don't feel like that card is good for. It just puts the rest of his range, all the pairs and everything, into just a horrible spot. We just don't block diamonds, and he still has 9x in that opening range. Damn.
Yeah, Jerome, you nailed it. Like, I have it unless you tell me you have it, and then I was just kidding.
And he told you have it, yeah.
And then I was just kidding.
We don't block any of the diamonds, and he still has 9x in that opening range, huh?
What's up, Joe?
Offsuit and suited. Shit. Guy sitting there with ace, king of diamonds and laughing. All right, so everybody's jamming. The boys are.
Arlenia's jamming.
Reggie Roby. All right, we're going to go ahead and go all in because that's what Johnny's doing. Let's see what Faraz thinks. Is he going to use his 7 high? Let's do it.
All right.
I like betting here on the river.
Reggie.
I think checking is okay.
Let's go.
Can't blame you for wanting to give up. But if there's a card we're going to continue on when we have the 6-7, I think this is a pretty good river. Because there are some 9s, or there's a lot of 9s we might check raise on the flop. On the turn, we're going to be tempted to keep betting small with some of them. He has a lot of overs, he has a lot of diamonds, he has a lot of ace-x. So we have a lot of incentive to keep betting a 9 still on the turn. And now if he's got some sort of overpair, we actually have a chance to get him off of it. He's going to be scared of the straight, he's going to be scared of the flush, he's going to be scared of the 9 now. And we don't have any diamonds in our hand either, which actually hurts us a little bit because he might hero with some diamonds. So that is not the best thing, but I just think we get to bet so much here on this card. We get to bet so often that we're willing to be a little more liberal with our bluffs. And even though we don't have a diamond blocker, we still may be willing to go with it here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shove and take my chances here in this spot.
He was saying that he thinks it gets
He showed it. He showed him fold this time.
He did show. He didn't leave us hanging.
He didn't leave us hanging. That's crazy.
Faraz said that he thinks he gets overpair to fold here a lot. Do you find overpair folding here a lot? Yeah, see, I don't find overpair folding here like ever.
Well, I mean, what the hell? Like everything beat. Oh, I mean, everything got there.
Yeah.
Everything, but I mean, literally this hand. I mean, there
is no one on the ACR
in a 1K
folding the goddamn queens here or whatever. Like, it's just not happening.
Never, yeah. This small stakes, mid stakes, but you think like in the 1Ks and shit they fold like over pairs if you're
1K online
reasonable?
Maybe 1K online. 1K live, no fucking way.
They're too rich to care, right?
It's just 1K live is just soft still, right?
We got a 33. I probably would have punted there. I would have
26. You got us this time.
Johnny Rose, my dude, I got you, buddy. I'll just get you a skin in league or something when we play. I got you, my dude. Congratulations, my man.
For going all in on the river, what's wrong with the bet size I chose? I'm assuming you're saying on the turn, Arlenia. The deal is because our stack size is pretty small, we can do the small bet and still set up the jam pretty well. And so we don't have to go as big. It's big for our stack, basically.
All right, guys, we got a new keyword for this next round. It'll be Turbo Kings. Let's do that.
Wait. Turbo Kings. All right, I'm ready. Turbo Kings in the chat.
Get a boy some love.
Another quiz. Congratulations to the Mafia.
Let's do it. Johnny Rose, congratulations, buddy. Good job. Get your Turbo Kings in the chat. We're going to look for another quiz. Thank you guys for the support today, and hope you guys are having a great day. This is awesome.
Johnny Rose representing. Attaboy.
Attaboy. I had to carry his ass last night in league. But
there's nothing wrong with trying to induce the folds in general. And yeah, the problem is on that board, it's hard to find the folds when they're calling all that action. They're just usually pretty strong.
Yeah, but for us, my God, with everything we got there,
Did-
boat up, flush, straights.
What does you want to do next?
Let's see. You picked that one. We can do. We got Uncle JL. We got Ben Affleck, Uncle Ben.
Yeah, we could.
We're gonna be doing- Oh, go ahead.
We got Evan in the Falls View series as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple options. We're gonna get through like maybe 3-4 more of these. So yeah, let's do Matt Affleck, the 1253. Then we can do
1254
1254 after that. Just a heads up, little spoiler. I'm gonna be doing a hand history review stream with Bfizz this Friday on their channel, so I'm excited for that. Make sure to hit us with the follows for that. It'll be on his channel, and then I'm gonna be doing another one this week on my channel with Matt Affleck. Where he's gonna be reviewing one of my hand histories. So it should be
Looking forward to it, dog.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing one with Bfizz11 on the 28th, so tune in. There's lots of content coming.
And then work.
Putting in work, guys. But yeah, I think we have.
Ready to draw?
I'm ready to draw.
I think I'm ready to draw too. Oh, it's Chris. Speak
Yeah.
of the devil.
Oh hell yeah, we got DB chops. You'd love to see it. Let's go, DB.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got good peeps.
Ready?
We got one of the Mafia's finest. We are doing
12:53.
Let's do it.
All right, continuing with our WSOP bracelet quiz. In this hand, we have pocket sixes here in the small blind, playing 150 big blinds deep. Should we
Nuts.
fold, call, or raise to 700?
All right, guys. Who's balancing their folding range? Who's
Shit.
doing
You
it?
fold, you get permabanned.
Permaband.
You get perma
Get him
out
out.
of this bitch if you fold. You're out. Perma.
Chris coming out with the raise. I see you. Raise for PJ. Raise. The whole army raising. Spread it. Everybody. Everybody's raising. Raise for Tina. Line go
All right,
with the
sorry.
Kappa fold.
The six is this deep. Limp, call.
I mean, we
fold.
we do have the expert here for this
Get your
hand.
ass out of here, also.
do have
Just
our-
change things up.
Our resident expert with pocket sixes.
Oh, of course. The highest EV in the world with this hand. Let's go.
Literally everyone in the army raised. Oh, we got a call. Jerome called.
Limping
And
range.
C-Stars called. All right, I see you guys. There's a couple of limpers out here.
Shove! There it is. Champion. I love it. Can't be bad.
Can't be bad.
Cool. Let's wait a minute. Let's see. We are limping. DB Chops is limping range here. So let's hear how you guys are playing the sixes before. What are you doing here, Toe? I'd like to
Yeah, I'm limping here. This hand a little too weak to raise, I think. I would just limp call and
little too
play a
big
flop
for
with it.
You needling son of a bitch. She always got something to say.
I wasn't needling. I was just pissed.
You're
You know,
my,
I
No,
opened
good.
it from anywhere else at the table, but here I'm definitely limping.
I got
Limping
you.
myself.
How
I don't
about
think
yourself,
raising
Brian?
could be terrible, but these small and like medium-ish pairs, I tend to always limp them.
Like 150 bigs deep. It even shows like you're with aces. He's deep and limping sometimes.
Yeah, I am. 100 big Steve, blind versus blind.
Brian,
Yo,
completing here, buddy, or raising over?
it doesn't matter much, in my opinion. If you want to raise, cool. If you want to complete, cool. I'm mostly complete, I would say.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't think
likewise.
it's that important. I think raising's going to be part of the strategy, but mostly completing for me.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure. I think Matt's just going to complete here, but yeah, we are limping completing because that's what Chops is doing.
We're raising because we have the Blufferton Army today, so we're going cray-cray.
I love it. All right, let's do it. Yeah.
So if there
You
were
didn't hate it.
antes here,
do you give it?
I would
9.
probably be playing
we got
a
10.
very, very significant limping
So, it's a
strategy,
quiz
which
format
this
on
hand would
pokercoaching.com.
always, I would always
Yeah, so you just
100%
go through
limp
and-
this hand.
Yeah.
Because there's no antes, we are getting a worse price to limp preflop, so we're more inclined to play a razor fold strategy here. I do think against population it is perfectly fine to have a limping strategy because they're not going to play aggressive enough against your limps. So I'm fine with both calling and raising to 700. Both options are perfectly fine. I do limp, and we face a isolation base to 700. Should we fold, call, or re-raise to 2,800?
Now we jam, right, sixes?
This is it. This is the moment we've been 155 chart all in. Like travesty. This isn't our chart, my dude. Tank disconnect.
Tank disconnect. I like that play. What are we doing, guys?
Let's go.
Limp raise for C stars.
DB Chop Snap calling. Thank you for tagging me, my dude.
We
RDEP
called
calling.
from the small blind, and he raised our call from the big blind, Jerome. Chris calling, Dennis calling, Joe calling, calling pray, says PJ.
Full JT.
Call.
Banned. Re-raise, we go broke.
Call.
The trolls are out today. So I just call out of position. Sucks here. Why? We have the nuts.
Call. Everybody calling. The whole army calling. Call,
Yeah,
but this is why I would
see-
raise first. I'm doing the betting, not taking it. Yeah. It's generally the best play to do
Yeah,
that
this
early
is
as a high level concept.
Jam. Jam over fold. Let's see. I think everybody already went.
Is jam over fold this deep?
No, it's probably fold, honestly. 150.
Just wondering. It's a close one.
I'm assuming you guys are just calling here.
Do I think if we
imagine.
raised, he would raise us or just call here? It's kind of tough to tell. I mean, I don't know what his exact range. I know that when we limp, he's supposed to raise us really, really wide. So if we
Probably
raise
raising
three
like
bets us,
40%.
it's definitely tighter.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I'm only calling here.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
raising
too.
feels pretty unintuitive to me.
Yeah, like I'm not trying.
What raising is? Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels really bad out of position. They're bloat this pot. We get called. We're gonna face really bad boards and stuff out of position, and you can still have very strong hands. So yeah, we just call here.
And we're gonna get a lot of flops that are
Position.
shitty, right, and awkward, and turn cards that are like not gonna be great for our hand most of the time.
Yep.
So bloating it seems a little cray cray.
Thank you, CeeLo Pro,
so we're
for
all
the gift sub, buddy. Yep, we're all calling here. I mean, it's a snap call. Doing this is just weird as hell. So
It is.
Call.
So we face the ISO here. I think this is a clear call for us.
Here.
The bottom of my range for 3-betting here, limp raising would probably be 9s, 8s, somewhere in there. I just have one size here. It's going to be like a 4x raise out of position. It's going to be pretty linear. I'm going to have some stuff like ace-jack suited, ace-queen suited, ace-queen off, ace-king, king-queen suited, king-jack suited, queen-jack suited, stuff like that. Pretty linear, strong suited stuff, strong pairs. A lot of limp calls, which we do. And the flop comes 10-4, 4 rainbow. We check. And we face this 500 chip bet. Should we fold, call, raise to 1,500, or raise to 2,000?
The age-old argument between toe and six is: do we raise this spot or do we just call?
We've had this discussion many
Affleck's gonna tell
times.
us.
Yep. Inducing with 6-6 seems kind of ambitious. Well, it is a nuts, so you'll have that.
It is true.
2K.
He was dead before the hand started.
Yep. So we're check raising. Call. Ooh. So some people are on the toe army, I can see. Pre-ante, it's suicide. What up, DG? My dude. How you doing, buddy?
We got some raises out here. Raised
2K,
a couple of calls. Lango thinks it's a pure call. Lots of
As
calls.
does
Lots of
DB.
calls. Lots of calls. And one 2K bet, one 1,500 bet. So there's a couple people firing. Most of the army out there calling this one.
Let's see. Yeah, DB Chops is just calling call. Shu is going 2K, 1,500. What are you doing here, Amy? Curious.
Lots of calls there, PJ. And this is
I'm
a pretty
not
good flop for sixes.
scared.
Definitely
calling.
is. Arlinia's out there with the raise.
Punting. Just punting.
She's been
Check
hanging
raise
out.
punting.
Oh, raise punting.
Maybe he's a savage out there in the streets.
Suited pairs thinks he's holding a lot of paint. Fair.
Chill Winston. What's up, young guy?
Village Range is so unknown at this point. Makes it a call, says Beats.
Maybe even 3K if we're going one and done. Sheesh. Going 6X check raise. Come on, Matt. You drinking again?
What?
Is that IHawks, Matt?
Yeah, he's out here sipping that shit in the morning again.
Uh-huh.
Not calling for Broadway turn.
Sipping on the moonshine.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
All right.
I was a goalkeeper. I'm good at punting. Nice. You asking me? What happened?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was seeing if you went over on that side. If
Chris is calling.
Yeah, we're just DB Chops is calling as well. It's pretty split, man. I'm seeing some check raises here. I know your own team kind of check raise, deny equity, and shit
that,
down,
but I also
right?
believe that he's kind of an uncapped range here as well. I think of this spot I would flat. So in full disclosure.
Yeah, because we'll be complete. We're just repping. I mean, we are gonna have just a ton of random 4X, certainly some random 10X, but he still retains like all the strongest hands in the range. We do get some auto folds with some high cards maybe. I'll probably just call here as well, and then just kind of reevaluate and be kind of sticky. But I could see a case for check raising. You ever check raise here, Brian?
Nah. Again, it doesn't feel very intuitive to me. Don't have a range advantage here. I think our hand just wants to call.
Yeah, I agree. I just call. Just check raising just feels nasty. When he does call, we just pretty much just turn this into a bluff and then we're dead a lot.
You don't have the
Don't
check
know
raise
what to
cry
do.
play?
Yeah, the check raise cry, and then it's like, wow, like you said.
Getting check raised and getting called, we don't really gain any clarity. It's tough to move forward out of position after we raise and get called.
Agreed. Totally agree.
Agree. Brian is a known nit, maybe says.
Oh shit.
That's probably sarcasm.
All right. Let's go ahead and call. I think that's what everybody's
That's
doing
what
here,
Chris did. Yep. Let's do it.
We see a few check raises. Let's see what Matt thinks. Let's do it. Perfect.
I think we have a crystal clear call here. Don't think there's really anything other decision. Raising to 1,500 is a okay option, especially against weaker players if you think they're going to overfold to your check raise. But you're going to get yourself into problems here. This deep stack, if we were a shallower stack, I would like that option a little bit more. But calling should just be the main thing, and then folding is just never an option. Even if we're behind, we have 2 clean outs to basically the nuts.
Hard to make a pair and hold them.
Call. Jack of hearts. We check. And we face this 60% pop bet. Should we fold, call, raise to 4,200, or raise to 6,500?
Ruh-roh. What's the plan now?
Ruh-roh.
He's still firing.
He's still betting, and he's going a little bit bigger here. What do? We are out of position. We face the raise pre, bet on flop, bet on turn. We sticky bandits. What we doing?
Not Chris. Chris running for their
Bet
lives.
number 2, Chill Winston says, I think I just fold. Get me out, yee. Says Matt. There's that pesky Broadway card. Our dub is calling. Too rich to care.
Suited Pairs. Let's let people that are analyzing. Is this you? Is this real? This could be you, Suited Pairs. I don't know your screen name on WSOP, but I know you play there. Is this, are you trolling?
Give up.
Because this would be awesome if this was actually you.
Oh, right here. This is
Suited Pairs. So I love. He loves how
okay.
we're analyzing his play, and he plays only on WSOP for the most part.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's really him.
More
Though.
making him triple.
No, it's not you. That's funny.
Still
This
has
is a
overs
cash
in the
game.
range.
That's where you live.
Picked up a flush draw 2.
Multi-streets of aggression. Chris believes him.
So, Shu, you calling, my dude?
Bruce out. Arlinia out.
Done. Save it for bet.
Everybody out.
Nah, yeah, the Mafia is still pretty sticky here. A lot of still calling. One more, seeing if he barrels the river. But a fold is fine. Call for me.
I don't see a single call in the army.
Yeah, I see half calls here, at least.
Whoa.
I'm telling
Controversy.
Got bad news for you guys. I think we probably have to give up here. When he
the
goes
master,
60.
the sixes master.
It sucks.
Says.
I mean, not only, yeah, sure, he might be ahead, but he's going to have a lot of equity, and he's going to have a lot of cards that can just barrel, make it difficult, can pick up still ace, king, queen, and we're certainly dead. I don't know, man. It feels pretty bad. He goes 60% as well. I think we would have us folding some, but here, man, we have the 6 of hearts as well. I don't know if that matters. We are super deep, maybe calling.
Beats is calling. We got a call in the army. We found one. He said he might get kicked off the team toe for it, though. What's that?
I think I want to call too.
Yeah?
You know what?
Bfizz not scared.
I mean, when we limp, he's just going to ISO so wide that he's still just going to have to follow through on that card with all of his ace highs and random king highs and shit as a bluff. Fuck me.
If I knew for sure he was going to continue bluffing like ace, king, ace, queen, queen 9 type hands in the river, of course it would be a difficult decision. But if he gives up a lot, I think we can call here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mango thinks call is good too.
J-Dub's calling crazy 6s to fold 6s. It feels bad, man, but I'm now wanting to hedge and change my answer because he's just going to be so wide. Because he's going to be so polar in this spot. It's not like he's just going to have some strong hands like he opened up from EP or something like that. Whatever range he used to bet small on a flop is just going to always follow through on this card. Like all of it.
Yep, agreed.
So he's just not going to give up on a high card ever. Even if he has like ace 3 or ace deuce or something like that, which he might raise pre. So yeah, never mind. I change. I call.
Good day, sir.
I do this in game 2. I talk to myself and just try to think through these spots.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Cool, but we are... Wait a minute, what the hell are we doing here?
We're folding.
You're folding, and enlighten me, DB Chops. What are we doing here, my dude? Hold on.
He's also probably
He's calling one more. He's making him triple. He said call. All right,
shit,
yeah, he's calling.
out.
Let's do it. He's a beast.
Really close and tough spot here.
Game fold an 8.
I'm kind of indifferent between call and fold, and I think I'm leaning towards call. I think I like call the best. And this just has to come down to like minimum defense frequency. Facing this 1400 chip bet, we should be folding roughly like 30, like somewhere between like 35 and 40% of our range. And so we need to be calling basically with the top 60 to 65% of our hands. And it's going to be pretty hard for us to have more hands that are better than a pair here. We're going to be calling the flop with a lot of ace highs. Yeah, we turn some like king queens. We turn some flush draws that are going to be better calls. Like I'd rather call with any heart draw or king queen than this hand. But like we still are going to have stuff like king 7 of spades that we call the flop with that we're going to want to fold before we fold this hand. It's okay to overfold here, but you need to be careful that you're not overfolding here. And I think I lean call, but I don't hate a fold here. You need specific reads here, I think, on your opponent. I think I make a mistake here and fold. I think it's a little too weak. Having the 6 of hearts helps a little bit, just in case if they do have a hand like ace deuce of hearts, they have one less out. And so tight fold there, but I think it's not like a huge deal. The hand's not worth a ton, but I think I would prefer a call there.
Love to see it. We fucking switched it, baby. Perfect 40 DB chops to God. I see you. Good job, buddy. Way to represent.
Peters, is it okay to disagree with the assessment? Yes, absolutely. And in this case, you can see like where we got 37, but the 2 spots where Chris didn't get a 10, they were super close. They got a 9 and an 8, and so like both options very viable in that situation.
Well, what it comes down to, he's just saying like when we show up to the turn with our entire range, we're going to need to continue to this bet with 60% of those hands. Mm-hmm. And our pair of 6s is just when you just break down and take out 40% of the hands you show up with, it's just going to show up as being in that top 60%.
Mm-hmm. But he also said he was a little indifferent, right?
Yeah. But he said, I mean, it's just still like going to probably meet the MDF there.
Yeah, and as you and Brian were saying too, like this is a decent bluff card as well. It's hard to make a pair and hold them, you know, absolutely.
Any final thoughts, Brian, on this one?
He's probably not betting 7s, 8s, and 9s also, which is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a pretty clean call personally.
Yeah. Absolutely. 37 points for us. Got super close, Chris. Super good run. Super good.
DB Chops, you know where to find me, my dude. Shoot me that whisper. And then I got you, man. Congratulations, buddy. Thank you again.
Our plan is going perfectly, to Army. We're getting sixes broke $5 at a time.
You're making me go broke $5 at a time. The long con.
So we got like 3 more quizzes, and this sucker's out of the game.
Looking for backing, guys. Oh shit! All right, new keyword. What do you like here, Toe?
Let's keep it in theme and go Bfizz.
Bfizz.
Bfizz in the chat. All right, Linnea, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate you as always.
Get your Bfizz in the chat, and we'll drop a quick guest for guest command. Give you guys the links to our guests so you can follow him on Twitter, follow him on Twitch as well.
Yeah, we're about halfway through. It's a good time to show. Guys, !PC in the chat for a link to sign up to the site for free with 23 quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and homework assignments. If you sign up for premium, there's 1,250 some odd quizzes, homework assignments up the wazoo, live webinars where you can talk to someone like Affleck, personal in like a small group setting, 30 people or so. Happens multiple times a week. All these coaches, content from me, content from Sixes. Jonathan Little, Alexa Gavin, Tristan Wade, Faraz Jaka, Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Jonathan Jaffe, Acevedo. The list goes on and on. Lots of great crushers out there, so make sure you check it out. If you like this one and you want to see the beginning of this one or anyone we've done in the past, ! YouTube in any of the chats, and you'll get a link to the YouTube channel where you can check them all out. If you have any questions, I will make sure I answer, Six's answers, or one of our guests answers, whoever it might be, so check it out. An ! Guest as well. To check out Mr. Oops, I don't know what I just did. To check out Bfizz and his Turbo Kings site, his stream, his Twitter. Check him out.
Appreciate that.
Guest. There we go. All right, quiz. What's the quiz? Brian, you want to pick one?
Sure. Just
pick near the top of the list.
Ooh, I like this versus tough opponents look right up here from Faraz.
All right, let's do it.
Oh,
A7 suited versus tough opponent, 1255.
You don't have to talk Sixes into a Faraz quiz.
Man after my own heart. Just do the Faraz quizzes every time, and you'll get a little bit better for sure. Man drops bombs. I love it.
All right, ready to roll it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, PJ, you are up, buddy.
Oh,
it's time to show him what you got. Nice.
USC, let's do it. Be ready. Good luck, my dude. Represent. Let's go 3-0 versus the Toe Army today.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Suda Paris, thanks for hanging out, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right. I am ready to do 1255.
All right, let's do it.
Here we're playing a 1K tournament online. We have A7 suited here facing a raise, 60 big blinds deep. We are in cutoff. We can either flat here, or we can 3-bet to 690, or we can fold.
I hate this spot, says it pairs. It's a good thing we're here. Well, I would say, like, if you're going to fuck a spot up, this is the place to do it, where it doesn't cost you any money.
It's not going to cost you any money to mess these spots up.
This is your chance to be a chat pro. We know you're out there. We see you every day.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Rose with the fold. Excuse me?
Oh, we got Shaq following us too. What up?
Shaquille Oatmeal. Shit is so funny.
It is funny. When in doubt, just jam 60 bigs. I like it.
Call. Our job is 3-betting all day.
We got a handful of flats and a lot of raises.
60 big blind. This is the max 3-bet call. Mostly 3-betting. Call, mostly 3-betting, 690 ISO. Jam, just to keep it simple. I tend to call this spot more. Yeah, Matt, I know you're flatting this, probably right. 3-bet. Deuterino making good points. I love that.
That's why we keep him around.
Yeah, for sure. He's fucking sharp, dude. Day pass is raising as well. Probably just flat. So it's kind of 50-50 here. Seeing maybe 2 or 3 folds.
It's way more raising than calling over here and no folds.
Yeah, it looks like a hair more raising, but fold and mark it as a knit bitch. The knit bitch tag that we have.
PJ flatting.
He's gonna go universal.
Oh shit! Even Jerome is 3-betting.
Oh, CeeLo Pro with another gift sub, man. You the man, bro. Thank you.
Overgrudge Fish says 3-bet in theory, flatting in practice.
Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you.
What are you doing in the spot?
60 big blinds deep. We might be able to fold out some ace eights and ace nine.
I'm 3-betting too.
I'm only 3-betting.
I was like, I had to check the chart just to make sure I want Craig because I'm 3-betting too.
I'm only 3-betting.
bet this
With a
like
tough reg and a 1K behind these kind of guys. This hand. Yep, 3-bet.
This is one of our weaker suited aces. Yeah, I'm definitely a 3-betting myself.
There's no weak suited ace.
What's that?
There is no weak suited ace.
There's no such thing. That's true. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, in a tougher field, in my opinion, it's tougher field when we have a tough reg who's going to be probably squeezing appropriately when we flat. We won't really want to call a squeeze with this hand or anything. With a tough opponent and a 1K, just probably 3-betting this. He's going to be opening hands that he will just fold to a 3-bet, opening wide enough. He's not going to be a net a lot, so yeah, it's just 3-bet.
I checked the chart. It does mix, but it's heavy 3-bet. It's like
I do think calling is going to be a winning play.
70-30 3-bet.
Do you tend, Brian, do you think like in a, maybe if this was a $55 or a smaller buy-in, would you tend to 3-bet more there or call there when you're in a smaller buy-in?
Personally, I'm not too influenced by the buy-in in this exact spot. I would say the main consideration for me would be in a tougher tournament, we are going to get squeezed more often when we call.
Yep.
So if we can avoid that by 3-betting, let's do it. But for the most part, I don't really care what the buy-in is. I'm mostly just in a 3-bet here.
Me too.
Yeah, I would just think like in a smaller buy-in, you might not get squeezed as much. But yeah, for this hand,
I also think in smaller buy-ins,
you're just gonna get flatted by everyone behind you, right?
Players are gonna play worse.
Sorry, Brian, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna say they're gonna play worse in 3-bet pots in smaller buy-ins, so you're just maybe even more incentivized to 3-bet in a smaller buy-in.
That's very
I
true.
like it. Good points. Good points. All right, we are going to 3-bet.
We're gonna flat. That's what PJ is doing.
All right, let's do it.
Both 3-betting and flatting
both
are super reasonable options. I would 3-bet here sometimes, especially to kick out the good player behind us, especially if it's a tough reg, and even just to avoid getting squeezed behind. But I'm totally cool mixing in some flats because we're also pretty late position, and it's very likely we will end up having position. So really, both answers are fine. Folding would be a bit too tight. Player in the button squeezes now, and the original raiser folds. We can either call here, we can back shove all in, or we can fold.
We flatted in game and got squozen. Ruh-roh.
We're the squozen ones.
The squozen ones. What are we doing?
What are we like? We knew this was going to happen.
We tried to warn you. Tried to warn you for us. Told you to 3-bet.
Yep. Everybody's shook now.
Now what's the plan?
Who's out there shook? Who's folding? Anybody back jamming this? Calling?
Army's all calm. They're not scared so far.
UNC has snap called this shit. Never scared. All in. They don't call us the toilet for nothing.
Lango putting in the knit clause and says folding out of position versus tough reg. Call for PJ.
Guy on ACR, the name was the Squozen one. That's
Really?
where I got that. Yeah, his name was the Squozen one.
That's phenomenal. I love it.
Too deep
except for when you 3-bet in the button flats, the range is condensed.
A lot of calls. UNC is calling.
Shaquille O'Neal, shrug folding, not too happy about it. Lots of calls.
100% of the hands you fold.
Zuda pair is folding.
I'm calling, but never in this spot.
Is this a good squeeze spot? In general, yes. Flats are generally weak, right?
Drider says fold, fold. Suppose I'm not sure. DG says Chuck Nola says fold. Yeah, we see a call. We're calling here. That's what our guy's doing.
We're calling too. Not a lot of folds. Oh, almost everybody calling.
I mean, we see a lot of folds over here. Personally, in this spot, I would. I mean, I feel like I just misplay this and probably overfold. Damn. It just feels like we're just going to call. We are 60 bigs deep. We could probably call and just flop some equity. Find a reason to go for it, but we're going to be this hand just is not great, man. And I'm not a big fan of like the ace-7, but I'll probably fold. Try not to sound like I'm some kind of fucking have no mistakes. It could be a mistake to just fold. I don't know.
I mean, I'm kind of in the Bfizz original comment where, like, there's no such thing as a bad suited ace. I'm probably gonna call here myself. And see what happens.
I know. I'm making. And I
I figure if this guy's got like kings, queens, jacks, or something, I have a suited ace and toe equity. Like, I've already won this hand. These guys got no chance.
For me, I like make the mistake. I like call the will aces, like, and then like the ace-6 and ace-7. I'm pretty indifferent, and then like the ace-9 suited plus obviously never folding, but the ace-6, ace-7 always kind of put me in a weird spot. The obviously suited will aces are much easier, but yeah, I could see calling. I feel like it's a mistake not to. Just had to be honest. I feel like I fold in games sometimes, but I think calling is probably best.
Smithy says call, but with a lot of huffing and puffing. He's going the Assassinata route. He's going to glare menacingly at the dealer while drinking his Red Bull, and then pump fake and call. I like it.
Yeah.
Brian, you calling? You look like you're calling.
Yeah, I got a different stance here. I'm ecstatic to call. Effectively, I'm really happy to call. We kind of anticipated some squeezing to happen. That's why we wanted to 3-bet. That's part of the reason we wanted to 3-bet, right? So like, if we kind of expect this great player to squeeze a lot on the button, we shouldn't be thinking like his range is so strong, right? He's going to squeeze a lot, which means our hand's going to be in great shape. So let's be happy to call.
I love it.
Let's do it. We're calling here. That's what. I don't remember who they. PJ. I was like, I don't remember who they are, but I remember they're calling. PJ's calling.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
Let's find out.
We're calling as well. Please. Thank you for.
I'm gonna flat here majority of the time. The only time I would consider some folding is if I felt like the button was a really tight passive player that just doesn't squeeze as a bluff, then I might consider just folding here. But we're pretty deep, and ace-x suited does well, and we are going to be ahead of some of his hands, some suited Broadway type squeezes. And we're getting an okay price. It's not a huge squeeze either. So just continuing here most of the time, but considering some folds wouldn't be the worst, especially versus, I mean, I could go both ways versus a tougher player, because tougher player we might want to play a little tighter, but tougher player also means his ranges are going to be wider there too. So if you really feel outmatched, then maybe you can play tighter there. But generally, I'm calling unless it's a super nitty passive player. So we flop top pair, 7-5-3 rainbow, no spades. We check, opponent does a standard c-bet of 700 into 2300. We can either call, we can check raise to 1750, or we can just shove all in.
Chris says if an ace hits, we're fucked. I think we're not fucked. We just got to play a little cautiously, right? We just got to be a little careful and not necessarily get it all in with an ace, right?
Yeah, not all the bad things happen when we hit an ace. Sometimes he just has king, queen, king, jack. He bets once and then gives up, you know.
Half full, Chris. Half full.
Value protection race is 1750, says Matt. Some calls. UNC says 1750. Real quick. I love it.
Check okay, call for Nalton Danks, raising to 70-50 for Tina, call for Dennis, jamming for Chris, call for Slap. PJ considering a jam, but going with the 1750.
1750 for me. I'm happily taking this down now.
Why would an ace be bad? Because this is a pot where we got squeezed, and so
that range.
We have reverse implied odds with an ace on some level. He's going to have a lot of better aces.
Dry ass fucking board.
Raise isn't bad, but you're fucked if you get jammed on. Jerome going raise. Shaquille O'Neal calling. Raise for Arlinia from Miss Blufferton.
I'm yelling 350 at the top of my screen as I raise to 1750.
Lango says, like 1750 better than jam because it will force him to call with his ace highs that we reverse dominate now. Jerome says he's too scared to see turns and rivers, so he's jamming now a lot.
Man, oh man.
Joshing around, thank you for the follow, buddy.
What's up, joshing around? That's the fella who was just here at my house for a week. Flew in from Canada. Now he's in Dallas playing some
nice.
cash game.
Good people. What's up,
Speaking
man?
of boot camp, I got my boy Nacho here.
What's up,
everybody?
Nacho?
What up, Nacho? How you doing, buddy?
So your house seems to be a lot like my house. My house is a hostel for wandering poker players.
I spend a lot of time
during the World Series because I live in Vegas. Yeah. I got an extra grind station for him and everything.
Hell yeah.
Josh Brown, thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. I appreciate that.
Cherishable girl. What's up? All right. Raising from Crisis. But we went 1750.
So did PJ. Here. Albatross with the gift sub too. You guys are savages. Thank you for those, guys.
I'm not bloating the pot with this hand. So you're calling RW. It is nice. It's kind of interesting to call because not all the overs are bad for us, and ace is actually good for us, right? Seems like some of the other middling cards would be inconsequential, which wouldn't be bad for us. 8, 9, some of the lower stuff. Only really bad cards would be like a king or a queen sometimes, maybe a jack. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on team call. When we overcall, this feels like it needs a lot of protection too, but I don't really hate calling.
2 gift subs for Albatross. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I think I just continue to call here. What do you think, Intel?
I definitely just call here. This guy's still on capture, still got some overpair and stuff. And I feel like if I raise here, I just get worse to fold. And
we're just repping sets and like 8s and stuff like that.
We're not getting better to fold ever. And I don't know what we're getting value from. So that just leads me to only call.
Agreed. I'm pure call here. I can't really think of too many hands we do want to raise. Even if we flop a set, I think we just want to call here.
We want to call our sets. We want to call like, we just want to call a lot. I mean, we did overcall a raise, and now we're check raising on this board. Meh. He still has like all the overpairs and stuff like that. I'm just not loving it. I think call for me as well. But Day Pass, Drider, and a lot of other folks think 1750 is the answer.
PJ going that route. You could just take it down here, but then again, suited pairs, that means we just got worse to fold and better's always calling, right?
Yeah, and I mean, if ace turns, he might just go ape shit, and it's really good for us. We just have 2 pair and we're able to stack, so I like having the ace. As a card, he's always just going to probably follow through and go crazy on sometimes, and he's dead, you know? So, all right, bluff catching for me, 1750 for a lot of others. And
I think bluff catching for all 3 of us, and 1750 for everyone else. Let's find out.
Yep. All right. He's too good.
This spot, I'm mostly doing a lot of raising here.
Oh, for
I could consider a call. I don't think a call would be that crazy. Going all in is unnecessary. Just you never need to shove that much. It's like 2x the pot. So
too good at the game.
If there was a backdoor flush draw on the board, I would be a little more into calling. But the reason why I'm raising is there's going to be a lot of bad overcards where we're not so thrilled about our second pair anymore. Because we don't have a backdoor flush draw, it means, you know, if the queen comes, it's not going to be a queen of spades that gives us a backdoor flush draw. So we have that going against us. So I'm mixing here between check raising and check calling.
What do you got?
But when I have the backdoor flush draw, I would probably be a little more open to more check calling. So we're going to raise here. And the opponent jams back all in.
Yes.
So we could either call or fold here. And I'm not going to make this a quiz spot. You got to call here. This would be a ridiculous fold once you put this much in the pot. And you might ask yourself, well, what is he putting it in with? He should be jamming back with probably stuff like ace-jack suited, ace-queen suited, ace-king suited with a backdoor flush draw. Something like ace-king, ace-queen off with no backdoor flush draws. Probably close. It probably depends what he thinks our range is. And why would he put in with those? Well, he should put in with those because we can have some bluffs here like ace-4 suited, ace-6 suited, which we might check raise call off. I think that's totally reasonable play to check raise those hands to try to get him to fold a better ace. But when he puts it in, it's like, oh well, we still got to call off. We could maybe do something like 8-9, although I might just call 8-9 suited with the backdoor flush draw and check raise 8-9 suited without.
The toilet.
And then, of course, we're going to check raise any other pairs we just want to get in now. Something like 5-6 suited, 6-7 suited, need a lot of protection. Going to be tempted to check raise. If we still have stuff like 8s, 9s, 10s in our range, then I'm going to be check raise getting those in as well.
Disgusting.
But yeah, we don't have a lot of check raise folds in our range, so he shouldn't expect to get away with it too often, which is why he's just putting it in with hands that have a lot of equity still. Maybe we can take some 9, 10 suited as well, or anything that connects to that lower board, and put those into a check raise fold range as well. But in general, we're pretty much committing ourselves once we check raise, but not entirely. We do have some folds.
No.
Call off. And he had ace king of hearts, which totally makes sense. I think that's a reasonable play by him to get that in.
I'm just shocked. What a monster, guys.
What?
Just good. Everybody's rattled, speechless.
Just jams the ace king on the 7-5-3 with the 2 overs and the backdoor flush, huh?
Is this the Dollar Dazzler or something like that? What is this?
Edibles FTW.
He showed us the run out. The dude had ace king and just puts it in there. Wow.
What?
Okay.
They figured this is the toilet. This ace king's gold. Run it.
Yeah, I need to move up to a stakes where they don't respect my raises. Holy shit. Okay. Well, yeah. We have another perfect score over here.
Damn.
We flipping?
We're flipping.
Uh-oh, it's flip time.
We're flipping. We need this one. PJ,
yeah, this is the home game 1K.
We're on the down today, so you call it heads or tails.
Oh, yeah, we got to watch a flip, guys. Hold on. We got to watch this flip.
Heads or tails, PJ, for the $5.
So whenever they tie score, we do a flip on stream. They're calling it over there. Good luck, UNC. You have no say.
You're dead. PJ called tails. Let's flip it.
He called tails have won like the past 4 times.
Tails, you did it, PJ. We
Dog
did
shit.
it in America.
Straight dog shit. Whoever gets to pick and pick tails just never lose.
PJ, let me know how you want your $5. PayPal, ACR, Skrill, Cash App, Venmo, Carrier
We
Pigeon,
still winning
snail
over
mail,
here.
smoke
Good shit.
screen, whatever. Let me know. I'll send you $5.
We still
Boom!
winning. We still winning. Good shit.
We got one. He didn't
Thank
shut
you,
us out.
Arlie. I really appreciate that. You had to win a flip, get lucky.
That's how I win all
Thank
my
you
money.
for that sub, Arlie, again. All right, we got time for another one. That was
one
good.
more in this, I think.
Man, that was tough. We were all,
That's a tough one.
we all were calling this spot.
Look at Rega 1K.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note the tough reg label is probably there to be able to assume that he's going to be able to shove ace king spade, ace king clubs, ace king diamonds, ace king of hearts. If it's not a tough reg, he's probably not capable of that.
Agreed.
Yeah, good point.
Totally agreed.
We probably could have actually got a read from that at the beginning of the quiz, like, he labeled tough reg here. I bet it's because
he's going to make the
something
play.
interesting, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right,
We've had them trick us before, though, where like the right answer was fold pre, even though they didn't. You know?
Yeah, they do that kind of stuff as well.
Yep. All right, new keyword.
You know what it is.
Oh, we gotta get one.
See the
we
chat.
gotta get one for
Cat Jam.
for poor sixes. Cat Jam it is. Cat Jam all one word.
CAT lowercase, JAM uppercase. I need to see them. There it is.
There they go.
Hell yeah.
What's the backstory of the cat jam, boys?
I just like to see it bobbing in the chat. If you have Better Twitch TV enabled with channel emotes,
oh, it's an emote.
A little animation of the shit bouncing is hard. I love it.
Got you.
Tough. All right, cool. While that's going on, we'll pick another one. We got this 1100 WPT Falls View from Evan Jarvis.
That's a good one.
And we got Uncle JL out there on the 1K 1K tournament streets. So, yeah, we can do this 1100 WPT. That should be good.
Okay.
Cool. Give it another minute or so. What up, guys? Thank you guys for the support, man. This shit is fun as hell. And we got a big week of study streams coming up. I'm going to have to give Bfizz a hand history after we win the 250K or something this weekend. We'll review that on this stream.
Hey, up.
So it'd be sick.
Looking forward to it, dude.
Yeah. I had a session with Ryan LaPlante yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. He's a solid player, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
I like
Better
the thing
than
about
solid.
him is that he does things so differently than everyone else. So it's real interesting just to see like a different take. You know, I kind of do it this way. Like there's a lot of people that play GTO and like they're like doing the same painting that everyone else is. And Ryan's kind of a Picasso where he kind of goes off the rails and super exploited.
I dig that too.
Yep.
One of the few people that's got a really interesting limp strategy. It's well thought out and balanced.
Right.
All right, I am ready to roll it.
Me too.
If you are, my dude. I always let you go 1st.
We're bringing in the ringer. Mendo Bruce! He wins every week. Every week we got Bruce in here.
Every single week is funny as hell. Drider 2K. What's up, young champagne? Let's get it.
His coaching of Moneymaker was excellent. Nice. Oh, no, you got to pee, Bruce. You better hurry the hell up.
That's what bottles are for.
Right. I'll hold it. Uh-oh. We got to get this quiz over before Bruce's head explodes.
All right, yep, 12:54 it is.
Cool, let's do it. Let's run it.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com. Today
Nice
we're
mic.
reviewing a tournament hand from the $1,100 buy-in WPT Falls U event I played earlier this year. The first level of the tournament, 100, 200 big blind with a 200 big blind ante. Get a limp from early position and a call from the small blind. Action is on you with 7-6 offsuit in the big blind. What should you do? Should you check, raise it up to 600, or raise it up to 1,200?
Is that a limper? That is a limper.
He's in the big blind.
More in the big
I
blind
mean,
than there's
this
a
dude
limper.
just be trolling here. What 600, 1,200, what's going on here?
You
Camper
made it, Cap.
39,
You made
thank
it.
you. What's going on here? Am I missing something?
Josh around just jamming over the limp. F you, limpers. F you, limpers.
We have 7 high. Why are we?
How else can we win?
Fold at a turn. Yeah. Start bloating this bitch and getting nasty with 7 high and at the big blind.
Check. Everybody checking.
We
Tina
probably
raise.
shouldn't. Whoa, we do see people out there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody else checking.
We
Only
probably
Tina
shouldn't spend
out
too
there
much time on this. We can't spend too much.
No, we just check, right?
We have to fucking check this. I
There's no reason to
mean,
bet.
do not go 1,200. I mean, yeah, just
See
we
it
don't
pop for
need.
free. There's no reason to boat the pot. We got a shitty hand-ish.
Yeah, we can have an ISO range. We can get kind of nasty here, but I don't know if 7 high and we're going to be playing it out of position. Even this player, let's just check, dude.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to let. No, we're just checking. Let's go.
When I was younger and had a lot of aggression to get out, I always thought that I needed to attack every single limp that I saw.
Holy shit.
Do you ever imagine Evan being
was
like
from early
wildly
position
aggressive
or
and,
late
like,
position? And so the
He's
old
such a
me would
sweet
have
guy.
definitely just shot it
Blasting
up here
pots
to
with 7
1,200
high.
with the hopes of taking it down pre-flop, and if not pre-flop, taking it down post-flop. The problem with that is a lot of times when people limp in from early position, they have reasonably strong hands, especially in these smaller buy-in events where they're cautious about raising hands up from early position, but they're definitely hands that are strong enough to raise themselves, and so they happily call a raise and then don't fold on a lot of flops. So We'd be unnecessarily inflating a pot from out of position if we were to raise it up. That being said, if we were to raise it, 1200 is more likely to get a fold out of the UTG +2 player than 600, so it's a better raise sizing, but checking and taking the free flop is likely the best option here. Flop is 9 of spades, 5 of clubs, 3 of diamonds, giving us a double gut shot, 4 and an 8, both make us a straight. Small blind checks. What should we do? Should we check, lead out for 300, or lead out for 600?
Who's got the donk lead in their game, and is this the spot? Albatross giving it the wingy check. Easy lead, says Joshing Around. Little fold, ace queen, ace jack, and king queen.
600
PJ loves the
from
flop.
Chill, some checks out there. Oh, no, those checks are on the flop.
Chris
what are we doing
going
here, boys?
600.
J-Dub's going 3. Okay.
Joshing Around
Usually
and
check, but I
Chris
started
are Turbo
donk
Kings guys,
leading.
right, Brian?
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Those guys are leading. They're not scared.
Also
not
going
scared.
300 for Drider.
Or Linear above. We got some leads coming in now. It's
Carter,
getting contagious.
300.
Bruce agrees. He's going 300.
Ooh, a check from Pot.
Langer
So, yeah, mostly
leading
leads
here.
here. And now we're starting to see a few checks. I mean, okay. So we already went. Drider's going 300. Did you go there?
Bruce going 300 too.
Yeah, I mean, we're just fucking lead. This dude limped. I mean, he's just gonna have a wide ass range of anything. I'm certainly leading this. We can call even if he does try raising or something like that. We're never folding. We have a shitload of equity. Easy lead. We can take it down here. We can keep betting. I love it. Yeah, range super strong. We're gonna have like all the random 2 pairs, top pairs. So let's lead 300 for me.
Jam rebuys. Says Justice Rolls. Yeah, this is interesting for me because heads up, I have a lot more of these leads in a spot like this. Multi-way, I tend to not, but it seems to make a lot of sense. This guy's limping. It does smack our range. I kind of dig it. It's not something I usually do, but I can see the method
I'll do
behind
it
the madness.
every time.
For
300.
Sure. Brian, you leading here?
All day. I wish I had a pot size available in my options. I would rather make it as quite a bit bigger here. I don't want to get
A lot
called
of
by like
pressure.
ace-8. I'd rather just take the pot now. So I bet 600 here.
I like that. I like that thought. Maybe just going bigger here, shutting shit down. We build the pot for when we actually get there as well. When they do just call. Yeah. I mean, I would go 300 here a lot, but I am certainly open to thinking about different bet sizes here because why the hell not just get max fold equity with 7 high?
I really like
Okay.
it. I definitely see the madness. I don't do it in this spot.
Go big. I lead a lot, but maybe my
I lead a
sizing
lot
in
heads up.
spots is what it
But I
is.
think when there's a limper, this is almost the same. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I tend
I'm
to
gonna learn
go
something
with the
today.
mixture of- Yeah, I tend to go small a lot in these kind of spots, but this in this limp spot would make sense to go big. But we are going 300 because that's what Drider is doing. Let's see what Evan thinks.
Three-way split between the coaches. That's funny. I forget what Bruce was going 300. Let's do it.
All right.
This is a board that is more
6
favorable for the players in the blinds than it is for the player in early position who is limped in.
Very nice.
And for
I
that
like this
reason,
flop.
What would it check
taking the
at?
initiative in the hand
Oh, you didn't
makes
check.
a lot of sense. We also have a hand that greatly benefits from betting for a couple of reasons. The first
love it.
benefit is that we have basically a double gut shot, which is equivalently an open ender, 8 outs to improve to the nuts both ways, and so we're happy to build up a pot with that hand. The other reason that our hand greatly benefits from betting is that with only 7 high, majority of the hands that our opponents can have are better than us, have more equity in the pot than we do. Ace highs, king highs, queen highs, so on and so forth. All are a favorite versus our hands, so we benefit greatly from getting them to fold. Finally, in the instances where opponents have decent pairs, we benefit again from building up the pot and giving ourselves the best chance to get paid. So rather than checking and allowing those overcard hands to see a turn for free and not building the pot in the cases where we have some implied odds, I definitely prefer betting in this spot for a larger sizing, 600 being the best.
I like it.
And under the gun +2 calls, small blind folds. See a turn, which does not make our hand. It does put an ace on the board. Action is on you. What should you do? Should you check? bet 800, bet 1200, or bet 2800.
It was 8 points for the smaller bet.
Yeah, we went 300 as well. I
Oh,
wonder
cool.
what checking got. Yeah. Evan's usually pretty generous. I don't think he would bomb it and give it like a 1 or something.
Goose
but-
egg it.
Yeah.
What
The
are we
Lexi
doing
Gavin?
now? We shooting our way out? What's the plan? PJ is 1200 for him.
1200, huh? Don't get shy here, Mafia. What are we
Can't
doing,
cap
boys?
Jerome going
Boys
12.
and girls. The check was a 5. Thank you, Gab. I was kind of curious. So check was a 5. Yeah, 5, 6 makes sense.
Chris
Chill Wentz is going
12, Stars going
28. Yeah. 28 for Drider as well.
Josh
So,
argues
what
that
the-
the ace is a bad card to barrel.
Got a gut shot.
Rick
got more than that.
agreed. He's going check too.
We got to, I mean, dude, we're open-ended. We got a double gutty. You do realize, Freddie.
We got some checks. We got some checks coming in.
Have heart. Check. Re-raise. People are here nasty in the game.
What?
That's crazy.
People are fucking nasty, dude.
Savage. Bruce says got a double barrel going 12.
Check raise all day, Crest Raven. This is the nastiest group of
Check
individuals.
call for Miss Blufferton.
Free card, not bad. The worst turn card, net check, get me out of here. What? This guy limped. If you're bluffing, gain equity, follow through with the plan.
We didn't
Okay,
gain
Freddie.
equity.
Drider is going 2,800.
Bruce going 12. Tug going 0.
Sixes might be going 8. I mean, he fucking limped this pot, dude. He's just still just incredibly wide. We still get to. I don't know what the purpose of going really big would be. I don't know if I want to just instantly just cap my range and turn it into a check call. Wonder if 8 accomplishes anything at all rather than just floating out random shit he might float because he limped and is probably bad. I kind of want to keep betting. Check giving up just, I don't know. He didn't open pre. It's not like he has like ace king or ace queen or something here. So I'm not like super afraid of it. We still have a double gutty. I want to keep betting. I don't think I want to cap my range, honestly.
I
12 to 800 somewhere.
tend to check call myself here because I think like a lot of these limps are like the junky suited aces and junky aces and then some pairs. I don't think the double barrel is going to work very much with the ace coming on the turn.
That might not be a huge problem though. If he's
You're
only
gonna
going to call with hands like ace 2 and ace 4, ace 7 of clubs, whatever it is, ace 7 of spades.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of the same thing as check calling, right? Putting the same amount of chips in, but this way we're the better.
That's true.
And we can get to build. I mean, we get to bet again when we get there on river and get even more value.
What size
and
do you
then
like
when
on
he
the
does
turn?
call? Yeah, which size do you like?
This is a weird one. I'm sort of indifferent. Like the idea of check raising is actually pretty sexy at this stack depth, in my opinion. But I would probably bet 1,200. I guess I don't think 800 is gonna clear out enough. I think 1,200 is gonna be more efficient. But again, we have like 2 different ways to think about this. We want to tiptoe in and nudge the pot and try to realize equity, or do we want to like slam open the door and like announce that we have a big hand and bet big and try to get a lot of fold equity?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of indifferent. I mean, I want to see a river for cheap, so like betting tiny, which is not an option here, seems good. Betting big to get lots of folds and pot build and push around on the river seems good. Checking seems pretty bad personally, but all the options seem pretty good betting wise. I would probably bet 1,200 with the options given here.
Yeah, I'd be 1,200, 800 in there. I would never, ever, ever check this.
So this 800 is like 40% of the
Ever.
pot. What would your small bet size be?
Like a legit nudge. So like exploitatively 325, 425 kind of thing. Just not expecting him to raise a weak ace or a 9 or 5 or whatever he's got. I just think he's gonna mostly call and fold.
Yeah, especially a player like this who's actually just limping in from up there as well. I don't know. We can make a few assumptions. Yeah, I like the way you think
Against
about this
random
spot.
players, man. Using exploitative sizings to produce honest responses is definitely a big part of it.
Sure.
So just buying equity effectively, just nudging the pot to get to the river, and knowing we're not going to get bluffed ever is a huge thing. Like
Second
never getting
price.
bluffed, like that doesn't even sound like poker,
Yeah, yeah. This is a good hand.
Yeah, I like that.
This is
That's
a hand
really good.
I'm definitely misplaying, so I like it. I like this hand.
But
Cool. 1,200 for Bruce.
2,800
The heat.
from Drider. The heat.
Extra
All right,
hurt
we're
on the
bringing out
hammer.
the fucking bazooka. We're bringing out the bazooka for this turn back. So let's see what Evan thinks about it.
This is a spot where all the options have their merits. We think our opponent is floating the flop with a lot of overcards or pocket pair type hands. We can bet large here and get those cards to fold out on this ace turn. The hands that are going to be continuing versus a turn bet are going to be strong pairs, pairs that have improved, say a 5-4 suited, 3-4 suited, not that likely to have limped in with those hands. And then a pair of ace-type hands. Ace-4 suited, ace-2 suited, maybe ace-10, ace-jack off if he called the flop with those hands. Our sizing on the flop is definitely designed to discourage those hands from continuing and knocking a lot of the ace-highs out of his range. But when players have a lot of chips to play with, they sometimes speculate more than they should. With the small bet sizing, we're basically pricing ourselves in to go for our draw. There's 2K in the middle. If we bet 800 and he calls, we almost laid ourselves 4-1, which is the right price to make our hand just based on the pot odds. If we go for a larger sizing, like 1200, we get a bit more fold equity and set ourselves up to potentially triple barrel our opponent off a 9 type hand on good runouts. And the overbet is also really fun, because even if our opponent has a very strong hand, even if he has 2 pair or a set here, he can't necessarily raise us with that hand because we can have deuce 4 suited here. We can have the nuts. We can also have 2 pairs. We can have sets. We can have all kinds of extremely nutted hands. So our opponent can't just raise us freely. And that both puts maximum pressure on his range and also builds the pot to a much larger amount, such that if we do make the nuts on the river, if our opponent calls an overbet, which means he has a very strong hand, and we improve to the nuts on the river, we can go for a much, much larger value bet than we could if we went for a smaller sizing. Also, an overbet may get him to fold a hand as strong as a 9, which is pretty attractive. Finally, checking has some merits in that we can potentially see a cheap river. If our opponent bets on the small size, we have the option to check raise. Basically, in this situation, all options are good. I opted to go with 1200 in the moment, but in coming back and looking at the quiz, I really, really, really like the idea of the overbet in this situation. Make it 1200. Opponent calls. River is a 9, which is not the best river for us. What should we do? Should we check, bet 1600, or bet 2800?
All right, what's the plan now?
Oh, pit.
Do they all get a 10? I don't think they all got a 10.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Their scores were, though.
Did anybody, you guys that did the quiz out there, what did we get for a check? Let me know. Thank you for that follow as well, Artifact, and welcome to the channel for the first time. We do this every Saturday at noon Eastern. We have had on a ton of different guests. Sometimes it's just me and Toe. And yeah, we love doing this. Trying to get better, give away a little cash. It's fun, guys. Check, give up. Chop says.
The army shook. I got 2 checks and crickets from the other 49 people out there. What do y'all doing?
Like me.
Oh, the quiz is weird. Do you just see bet? Do you have actually bet sizes?
I see bet. Check, bet.
Ruh-roh.
Well, are you betting or are you betting? You betting or you betting?
This quiz is jacked up. I'll let the poker coaching guys know right now.
Yeah, send in support. Bet seems good. Check or bet? Geppetto. We have blockers to straight grab our balls and bet this thing.
Oh, shit.
Eesh. Ask yourself, how did I even get here? I think he said 1600 or 28 for the bet. Oh, 1600 and 28, but obviously we can't know. What did you say, J-Dub? Check, limper won't fold, ace ragged. Not keen on tripling the hand, happy call. So we're seeing a fair amount of give-ups over here. With Drider just check giving up.
Bruce is betting big. He's not scared. PJ betting as well. Marlon, of course, says the only way to win is fire, fire, fire. Arlinia, oh, there's a lot of bets out here as I scroll up. Arlinia betting.
UNC says gotta bet.
Albatross betting.
Don't drive to the casino to fold.
Lango says, I don't know what's giving up after we bet twice and then folds the river. Arlinia agrees, but she's not giving up anyway.
Yeah. All right, now the bets.
We don't give up. Big
check
says
fold.
Chris.
Do work with our 75 big stack. So what did Mendobers do? Bet. He bet.
He bet big.
Bet big. Brian, you betting here?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm over here torn. I don't want to bet and I don't want to check. I want to phone a friend or something. I don't know.
Misdeal.
Foul deck.
Check and give up, I guess, if I got a gun to my head.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. I mean, it's limping range. It's just still has like 9x random ace-x. And I don't think we're going to make – what are we trying to make fold at this point to float it twice? I think I just give up here as well at this point.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we just bet 1,200 on the turn to fold out all the 9x, the lower pairs should be folding as well. Some of those middling pairs and shit, and like the king high, queen high shit that beat us, that were just high cards. He's here, and he's still here. Get me out. I don't know. Get me out. We do have like dog shit in our like portion of our range.
We flexed. We flexed again, and they're still standing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it feels bad. I hate giving up in pots, but
we could have the same hands. I mean, we could, but probably unlikely. Probably unlikely, Marlon.
Yeah, I mean, but on our end, we're checking because that is what Drider's doing. So
we're putting the herd hammer on it. I'm gonna guess that the big bet is the second bet option, Bruce. So good luck.
Bet. Yep.
So I alluded to this a little bit before the quiz that the 9 really isn't a great river card for us. 9x is one of the main hands. He's going to be calling us on the flop and turn. Another one of the hands that's going to call us on the flop and the turn is ace high, turn a pair of aces. Neither of those hands is likely to fold to a river bet regardless of what sizing we use. So checking is probably going to be the best play. If we are going to make a bet at it, we're really just looking to fold out a pair of 5s or a pair of 3s. And to fold out those hands, we don't need to go with the large sizing. So a small bet accomplishes getting him to fold out the hands that are beating 7 high, but aren't monstrous. But checking, I think, is the best option because there just aren't that many weak hands he has left in his range after we bet flop and bet turn, and he limped in pre-flop. If he's the type of player to limp in with 5-4 suited and 3-2 suited from early position, then yes, he has some hands that could fold to a river bet. But also, if he's the type of player to limp in with 5-4 suited and 3-2 suited, he may also be the type of player that would want to make a hero call on later street. I think it's best we give up on this hand here. We check. Our opponent shows ace 10. I didn't particularly expect him to call the flop with that hand, but sometimes your opponents surprise you, and it's just important to take a note and be aware of that moving on to future hands, that this opponent is a little bit on the looser side, which his flop play is consistent with his pre-flop play. Open limping with ace 10 off, a little bit on the looser side. Just a little bit, though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quiz. This has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Evan Jarvis, our main man. That was good.
That was good. I learned a lot from this hand because it plays differently than I would normally play it, which I find.
Yeah,
and you guys played it differently than I would normally play it, which I find super interesting. And so
I'm leading that turn every single time, but yeah. We got a 38.
30 points. We got crushed on the last one. She was doing. They were doing. It wasn't she. It was Bruce. Bruce was doing really good.
Let's go. Drider, hit me up. Congratulations. The Mafia was out here doing work today. It is 50 after 150. We probably should wrap it up, I would think.
Sure.
Yeah, we could probably wrap it up. Let you guys get
I know people got rattlesnakes to play at noon.
Oh, they do them earlier in the day today.
I think they start in 10 minutes.
The Iggy series is going on today, but I'm going to Cleveland tonight, so I won't be around for them. But
going to party or play live?
Party, of course. I played live last week. Just hanging out with friends time.
Mandate comes out and Sixes is hitting the town. Bam! Get me out of this house.
Up, we kicking it. We good.
Right on, guys. This was exclamation point PC in the chat for a link to sign up for free to PokerCoaching.com, Jonathan Little's poker coaching site, where you get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and a bunch of homework assignments. If you sign up for premium, there is a ton of content on here, more content you could possibly consume, homework assignments, live webinars with these coaches, classes, courses you could buy. The quizzes are super fun. Quizzes are a great warm-up before your session. Easy way to get like kind of your head in the game. That's really easy to do. Exclamation point, caster, crazy sixes. Make sure you give my main man sixes a follow. Make sure you give me a follow. And, of course, make sure you give our esteemed guest, Mr. Brian Bfizz Fight, a follow. And check out Team Turbo Kings. Great stuff happening over there. Great content. Great leader here with Brian. Sixes, my man. You got anything to throw in there?
No, let's let Brian. Anything you want to plug, man? I know you got a great community over there. Your channel, everything's growing over there. So I want to give you an opportunity to shout out
appreciate that.
what you're doing, man. No problem.
I'm just gonna give a quick plug about my Twitch stream. We're live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My boy Mr. Bradley, who's also a Crusher, streams on Wednesdays and Fridays. We'd love for you guys to stop by and hang out.
There you go. Check him
There
out.
it is, guys.
Check him out on Twitter too. I think Turbo Kings is on Twitter as well, right?
Yeah, Team Turbo Kings on Twitter. That's right.
At Team Turbo Kings. Check
and
that
Instagram and
out.
Facebook. Yep.
The works.
Oh shit. It's Team Turbo King. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Also, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. I put it in there for you if you want to see the beginning of this or any of the ones we've done in the past. We do this every Saturday, noon Eastern. So make sure you come back and check it out. It was super fun hanging out with you. Thank you all the follows. Artifact, thank you for the follow. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for the love, guys. Who we throwing this host to?
Thanks,
I don't
guys.
know, but guys, make sure next week it'll be fun, man. Me and Bfizz, I'll have him fucking destroying my game, dissecting my game. I'm used to it. So
take it easy on you guys.
One of my favorite things is watching sixes get tortured.
Yeah, you know how uncomfortable I get going through hand. I'm walking around, I'm like
Laughing at sixes
feel.
4 times a week. It's fun.
Yeah, it's tough. So it'll be fun, guys. But yeah,
I've been not streaming. I see Bras. I see Tony Warriors. I don't know if there's any Turbo Kings guys streaming right now.
Well, always. I mean, Poker Bras. I mean, you know,
Poker
he's
Bras.
part of the PC family. Let's show him some love. We've had him on. Make sure to check out Toad's channel, the YouTube, for all the prior guests we've had. We have Jesse Sylvia, Greg Raymer, all kind of legends of the game.
Matt Affleck, Evan Jarvis, Tristan Wade. We got Brian here. We've had, who else? Fat to Train, Bet on Drew. We got the works. We've had Lango.
Nice lineup indeed.
Yeah.
Nice lineup.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. So check it out.
Oh, there is a charity stream this afternoon with Clayton and James Brady. I love KL, man. So yeah, make sure to check that out. I wish that was on now. We drop it there. But all right, we'll get drop off this raid. Have a good day, guys. Take care.
All right, see you later, guys.
That's it. Stop streaming.